holidays shouldn't be this hard, right? And they don't have to be.
They
Chef
shouldn't
Brandi
be.
Alexander is here to break the news to us that stop looking and sizing ourselves up to Pinterest and Instagram, right?
You guys, it should not be
it.
this hard. Holidays are supposed to be fun. You should not be exhausted. You should not be stressed.
No.
And it can really be simple. And you shouldn't spend $1 million
shouldn't.
either. You know, how much does a pound of prosciutto cost? I think it's around $36. That's insane.
That's insane.
That's insane. How much prosciutto do people need?
Why do you need that? Why do you have to have it? And you've got like easy ways to substitute it out and to make a spread beautiful. And what I love about this is that we can give these as gifts too.
Awesome, yes. We're gonna
Love
have
it.
lots of DIY recipes, so you're gonna make these and you can give them away. But you know, who needs a expensive, fancy charcuterie board when you can have a butter board?
Oh, and butter boards are hot right now.
Yes,
right?
you know, who has a butter board? They're way less expensive, they're way more fun, you know, they're exotic right now, and they're delicious.
I don't know how to do it though, so I'm glad you're here.
Super simple, super simple. So we actually have a sweet and a savory side all on one board here.
Okay.
Over here we've got a homemade honey cinnamon butter. Hey, you don't have to home make it. Country Crock makes a honey cinnamon butter. Yes. But all you've got to do if you want that Texas Roadhouse butter, you take you some butter.
Stop. Now you're
some
feeling my
powdered
heart.
sugar, some cinnamon, honey, whip it together. That's it.
Okay.
Over on this side, we've got a garlic herb butter.
Oh, that's me.
I cheated on this one. I was running behind. I've got a Land O'Lakes garlic herb butter.
Right.
This was like $2.
Right. I love this.
Right.
Love it.
So we've got our
take a picture
cheeses
of your
and
board.
meats. Yes, of course. We've got our cheeses and meats, you know, any kind of crackers. I think these can be intimidating sometimes.
Yeah.
It's literally anything you want to eat. But a big secret is color and space.
Color and space.
Color and space. You want to make sure that you fill up all of the holes on there, and you want to make sure there's lots of colors. Things you can do to fill up the tiny little holes and crevices are things like,
I was going to take a picture. Hold on. I'm going to take a picture of it right now. There,
well,
I
it's
got
going to
my
get more
picture.
color. Things like nuts.
Okay, nuts.
Okay, so if you see little tiny crevices and holes where there's blank spaces, they don't all have to be together. They don't have to make sense.
Okay.
Yep, fill in that.
Right. I think we get stressed thinking this has to be perfect and I have to make it Instagram perfect, and it doesn't have to be.
And you know, honestly, the one, if you make a charcuterie board that is organized and perfect and straight, it's not going to be that cute.
Right?
So here I've got some cranberry sauce that I had left over from Thanksgiving. I'm going to put a few pops of color. If you want to grab a few little sprigs of dill to set on there.
Do you want me to break these up?
Yeah, just tear a little leaf off the top. You know, just set them here and there. Does not have to be perfect. I'm going to take this knife, do just a little swirl on here. Now, how much nicer does that look? I didn't do anything.
That looks like a little Christmas tree.
Our honey cinnamon butter, delicious on its own. We're going to take some of my, you can head on over you can head on over to Instagram. Here's one here too. This is my 1-ingredient homemade whipped honey. Or if you pick up the cinnamon one, that's a 2-ingredient whipped honey. Super simple to make. You can put these in little jars, and it's an amazing gift. You can make teas, cocktails, put it on pastries, whatever you want. And we're going to put that right on top of our honey cinnamon butter.
We're looking at your video right now that you made on Instagram and on TikTok.
All you're doing is whipping air into it.
Whipping air into it.
And if you want to try it, it completely changes the texture.
Love that.
Now, what makes this super fancy, you'll notice there's only a little bit of meat on here, but these beautiful meat flowers. So intimidating. Nobody can do that right.
Easy to do.
Super simple. I'm going to show you right now. So you need a tiny little shot glass. We got a little pretty Christmas one.
Yes.
And take your little stack of salami.
Okay.
And there's going to be a full video. Anything you see today, if there's not a video recently posted, there will be one in the next few days. So all you're going to do is take your little salami piece and fold over.
Okay.
Hold it in place. Do another one right next to it.
Okay.
All you're going to do is just keep folding.
Around in a circle.
Yep.
Okay.
You're going to keep folding around in a circle. I'll do one layer and then hold this up so they can see for the camera.
Okay. This is easy and
It's
fun.
so simple.
Oh my God, this is
simple.
so cute.
You all, if I can do it.
Well, then you have all these salamis
one.
you have them all like mixed together that I think it'll taste better too, right?
Right, and it's pretty.
You can pick it up better.
I don't know if you know
right?
this. You're doing it perfect.
I'm doing that?
I don't know if you know this, but when I was on the show, the hardest thing for me was
On
making my
MasterChef?
food look beautiful, yes.
Was there not a lot of pressure though? Because you know you want it to look good, but then
Well,
that
you know
added
what?
pressure.
Honestly, when I first got there, I didn't care if it looked good. You know, I was used to feeding my kids and slopping food on the plate.
You better like it or else.
Yes,
You know,
and
who
at my
cares?
very first apron battle,
Oh, my
it was
God.
delicious. The steak was cooked perfect, and he said, "Brandi, do you normally just slop your food on your plate?" And I said, "Yes,
Well,
chef."
I do.
I said, "Yes, chef."
I've got these
You know, so that was
children.
the biggest thing for me to learn because we do eat with our eyes. You
Yeah.
know. Now, all you got to do is just flip the guy over.
Flip the guy over.
Pick up your little top and look at the beautiful flower.
Hey, there
and
you go.
look, they don't have to be perfect. They can all look different. Now, if you're making these ahead of time, because you can a couple days, leave your shot glass on until you're ready to serve.
Oh,
Wrap
that's a
it in
great idea.
saran.
Yeah.
And then you've got this beautiful, and it goes anywhere.
Beautiful. And you can just, if you don't like, for to-go boxes, you can
Yes.
just stick that in a little to-go box and
Perfect.
say, Lex, what? You got your little salami flour.
Wonder how much
You got it
time we
ready to
got.
go. Okay.
Okay, over
Yum.
here we've got
Next. Moving.
another DIY gift. Everyone loves cider, apple cider, cranberry cider. We're going to give it away as a gift, or we
Okay.
can make a big pot of it.
Oh, that's a great idea to give it away as a gift.
Yes, super simple. We're going to take 4 cups of white sugar. We've got 3 tablespoons of cinnamon. We've got a tablespoon of apple pie spice. You can buy it at Walmart. Teaspoon of ground cloves, and a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg.
Who needs store-bought?
No.
No.
I go ahead and give this a start. It's
Sure.
so much cheaper. I mean, this is pennies in this bowl.
Well, I was gonna say too, you could like put the recipe of what you put in it on a pretty little card, right?
right here.
Look at that.
So,
she picked my idea.
$3 at Walmart. These are just little printer labels. They're
Yes.
shiny and pretty.
And the recipe's
there's
on
free
there.
fonts on Avery. Yeah, and it's on here.
I love
I've got
that.
a recipe for the apple cider, a recipe for a cocktail,
that.
just something simple and cute. So while you're
I'm
stirring
going-
that up,
I'm doing it.
and then you can go ahead and fill that up when you want. I'm going to take one that's already finished.
Okay.
Would you like apple?
you filled it.
Would you like apple or would you like apple cranberry?
Apple cranberry.
Okay. Well, you're drinking out of the Brandi cup. I'll drink out of the Claudia.
Okay, no problem. And then we fill up this whole
just
the
fill
cup
up the
that
jar.
you have. Okay, this is adorable, guys.
Slap a little bow on it.
Hope you all see what Christmas gifts you're getting. Because there's
And then
nothing easier than this.
The recipe calls for 1 to 2 teaspoons. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I like a little bit
I do
more because
too.
I have a huge sweet tooth. So give that
that.
a really good stir. All I've done is heated up, mine is apple juice. I've heated up apple juice, and yours is 3/4 apple juice and 1/4 cranberry. You put 1 to 2 spoonfuls or more in if you like.
Look at that.
Stir it up, and that's
Your
literally
gift,
it.
everybody. There we go. Try this.
Or you can take about a 1/4
Little
cup of this
cinnamon.
and dump it into a crock pot with a gallon of apple juice. And you've got a whole pot of it for your party.
That is delicious.
A splash of bourbon.
I was going to say, you always have that guest that you could just leave out some bourbon and they could just drop a little bit in there, and
yes.
there you go.
And one last thing, okay, over here is a hummus board. You know, we've got people who, you know, it's really hard to get your vegetables in during the holidays. Who wants vegetables when there's fudge and cake? We eat
is
with our
beautiful.
eyes.
Yes, we do.
Okay, there's a big difference in picking up a piece of purple cauliflower and a white one, you know, so make it colorful, make it fun, make it enticing, and people will want to eat it.
Plus, too, I love how you cut the little gherkins, the little cucumbers.
Yes,
That's
yes.
so cute,
Split
right?
them in
Just
half,
the
you know, just
whole
make them
different
look
way.
beautiful, and people will eat the
The
vegetables.
whole different way to kind of cut it up and to do that. This would be something nice too if you're asked to bring something. This looks like you slaved on it, or it looks like
I threw that together in 3 minutes.
or you went to like an expensive supermarket and picked that up.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a cute little container too. Just that easy. All right, don't go far because coming up, next up you have some more tips. We're gonna tackle.
We're gonna make a homemade hot cocoa mix, 3 different flavors, and I'm gonna show you a fudge that you can make with 2 ingredients in 3 minutes.
Oh my gosh, see,
So
it's
delicious.
just getting easier, guys. Hey, to check out all those recipes, you saw most of those. They're on Instagram, they're on TikTok. Of course, catering by Southern Flair with Chef Brandi. If you want to connect with her on catering this season or even heading into the Derby season, I'm already thinking about is to book you now.
Listen, if you want a private event for Derby, you better book
get
now.
on the schedule now. Just go to southern-flair.com.